Everybody to today's short webinar sharing session. I'm glad to be able to host this webinar and share a little bit about our Prospect CRM. Okay, I guess I can kick us out. Welcome and thank you for attending our webinar on New Sales User 101, where we are going to talk about quotes and opportunities. So this is a question that I get most from my customers: how to use quotes and opportunities effectively to drive sales and improve forecasting. So in this session, we'll dive into the purpose and functionality of your quotes and opportunities and how do they actually relate to each other and the best practices for leveraging them to streamline your sales processes and close deals more effectively. Okay. Before we head into that, I would like to first introduce myself. My name is Roxas and I'm a customer success manager here in Prospect. And my role is to make sure you get the most value out of your system, and I'll be guiding you through today's session. All right, so let's take a quick look at what we'll be covering in today's session. We've broken it down into 4 key areas to give you a complete understanding of how to effectively use quotes and opportunities in your sales process. First, we will start with creating a quote, where I'll walk you through the steps to set up a quote. Next, we'll move on into building and using pipelines that work. Here, we'll explore how to create a sales pipeline that functions not just as a tracker, but a strategic tool to help you to manage and advance through deals through the sales cycle. Then, we'll also cover converting opportunities from lead to deal. This is where we'll discuss critical steps in nurturing a lead, turning it into a viable opportunity, and finally closing it as a successful deal. And finally, we'll wrap it up with using dashboards to spot sales opportunities. I'll show you how, by using the dashboard, you get a clear and real-time view of your pipeline, and you are able to identify opportunities that might need attention or opportunities that have high potential. Okay. Now that we've outlined what we'll be covering today, I want to talk about what you will walk away as well at the end of the session. So these are some practical benefits that you will be able to implement immediately to make a significant impact in your CRM data and sales process. So first, as you can see here, we are able to simplify your sales processes, where together we will discover how to efficiently use quotes and opportunities to reduce complexity and create a more streamlined sales workflow from start to finish. And we're also able to enhance your pipeline efficiency, where you can learn to build and manage a sales pipeline that helps you focus on the most important deals to ensure no opportunities are being overlooked and keep your team target aligned on priorities. And we also, another benefit that you'll get is to unlock more sales opportunities, where you can explore how to use dashboards to identify key opportunities and take proactive steps to essentially close deals faster and also being more effective in it. Okay, so next I'll be moving on to showing you a demo on how we go through some processes. Just give me a moment. Are you all able to see my CRM dashboard? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're able to see them? Are you able to see? All right, great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to take you through into a demo, and just for anybody that hasn't joined our demo before or seen our demo in our system, we oftentimes use jam making products. So you will see a lot of references to jam in our system. Okay, so first, let's cover creating a code. So this is going to be a really quick code, like you're kind of ready to send it out almost instantly, which in this case is going to be a sales order. So what I'm going to do first is go to your client. So in this case, my client is Mary Berry Limited. Okay, and then you will go to a contact, and select the contact that you would like that you're liaising with. So for example, I'm going to choose Mary Berry. And what you'll do here is at the top right corner, you have a plus button. So you can select sales order. Okay. So this is for when you know what products they are going to get. So there's going to be no back and forth. You just need to put it into the system, all the necessary info. For example, let me just create this sales order first. Okay. So say test, right? So if I were to create, yep. So you can just add the items. For example, I'm going to choose blueberry jam here. Say just blueberry jam, right? And you'll be able to select the quantity and also say, for example, if you would like to include a discount, a customer order reference here. So yeah, so this is for when you're ready creating a sales order. When you're ready, you just need to select confirm. You confirm the details. Once you hit confirm, oh, there's an error. Let me just try it again. Yeah. So once you hit confirm, the sales order will be waiting to be confirmed. All right. Then you got the other option. So this is more of if there's a discussion that's being held, or maybe it's a bit more of a product project, you might have multiple codes under there. What you would do is to create an opportunity first. All right. Again, this opportunity need to be created under the contact name as I did for the sales order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Mary Berry, and we're going to create an opportunity under her. And how do we do so? Is to click on the plus icon on the top right hand corner, click on opportunity, and we need to input a description here. So for example, let me just put raspberry and strawberry jam. Okay. And below here, you get the option to choose the salesperson. So this will be the person who'll be in contact and looking after this particular sale. So in this case, let me just select myself. Oh, apparently my name is not here. Let me just assign it to my colleague, Dila. Right? So once you've select the salesperson, you are then supposed to choose your pipeline. For example, customer respond codes. And this will include 4 different statuses. So here, for example, you can see code, qualified, in process, or awaiting PO. Okay. Or you could also select the size of the, say, for example, this code, if you know, and you hit create. So as you can see here now, there's an opportunity ticket right now. Here is where you can add in all the information. You can change the statuses here. You can also set the follow-up task for the salesperson, right? You can set a follow-up task here. You can set a follow-up task here. You can also use, we have this gutter meter. So this is like how likely this deal will go through. Say, for example, it's 75%. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. So when you go to code at the top left-hand corner here, there's actually 2 options that you are able to create a code. You can either create a subcode, and what this is going to do, it's going to create a code underneath this opportunity, which means that you're going to have 2 records or more this option is to be considered in case that you think, you're going to have multiple codes for this opportunity. And the other option is when you think this is going to be one code and fairly quick one, that you will need to click convert to code. And this is going to convert this opportunity into a simple code. And doing this, you'll see instead of creating a new record, it merges the opportunity to a code. Right? I'm going to hit convert here. Right? And when you go to entry, the left side here, you can see that this has become a code instead of an opportunity. All right. And if you go to the details, see all the details here. All right. As you can see, this is different from a sales order because a sales order is nice and quick, where you don't have, say, for example, any email communication, or maybe no further discussion with customers is needed. Whereas this is when you still want to save notes, have emails, like for example, you can email your client here, right? And you can also post activities, say for example, or to send over a code, say for example, to send this code over next Friday. And when you click post, you will have an activity logged here. All right. Okay, so that's the difference between a sales order and a code. And yeah. All right. So next, I'm gonna move towards building pipelines. All right. Opportunity pipelines essentially funnels or journeys which should depict your sales opportunity process. When you set this up, you can choose the order in which statuses should appear for each pipeline so that the team can take the right action at the right time. So for that, we're gonna go to system settings here. At the bottom left, you're gonna click system settings. And on the right-hand corner here, you're gonna search pipeline. All right, and you want to choose opportunity pipeline here because this is what we want to create. So as you can see, we have quite a few options here already from previous demos, but that's not relevant. What I want to show you here is how you can edit one of your existing opportunity pipelines. So for example, customer respond codes. You can click on the pencil icon and a sidebar will appear where you can edit current statuses within the opportunity pipeline. In case if you want to create a new opportunity pipeline, you can always click on the plus icon here on the top right-hand corner again, where you'll be asked to give the new opportunity a description. So for example, I'm going to create one here, repeat jam sale. All right. Make sure this is relevant to the sales opportunity that the pipeline will be used for. And once happy, you can click create. And you should be able to see the new pipeline here. As you can see here, repeat jam sale. This will be added into this list of opportunity pipelines. And to edit this newly created pipeline, click on the pencil icon again. And to add a new opportunity status to the pipeline, click on the plus icon here from the status, from the or closing statuses, depending on which type of status you're adding, whether is it an open status or a closing status. Say, for example, I'm going to click here. You'll then be presented with a list of statuses that are already set up within the CRM. So these are all that have already been the common ones that we typically use. However, if you wish to add a status that you want to create a new status, you can always click on the Manage List button here at the bottom left corner here. So once you hit the Manage List, you can always add in a new opportunity status by clicking on the plus icon on the right-hand side again. All right. You'll then be asked to give the new opportunity status a description. Make sure this is as relevant as possible for all CRM users, and it's a good description of what this status should be. For example, I'm going to put here push for close, and I'm going to hit create. Now that you've created one of your opportunity statuses, you need to choose some additional preference for this status by clicking on the pencil icon next to the newly added status. So let me just look for it. Let me just search here. Yeah. It probably is this one. All right. And the side panel will appear once you've click on the pencil icon again, and with some additional drop downs menus for you to configure. As you can see here, tasks required in a CRM. You can ensure users take ownership of a record by setting them a task at a particular status in the pipeline. Closed state, say if this status is going to be a closed status, you can, such as sold or lost, ensure that this is selected. But this is not, this is just pushing for close. So I'm going to leave it as open. And status outcome. For reporting purposes, you can also choose whether this status is a positive, neutral, or negative outcome. For example, loss may be a negative outcome, where won is a likely positive outcome. So push for close, I'll just leave it as neutral. Cutter meter as well, if you like to use a percentage to be updated to a specific value when an opportunity is being moved to this status at this year. So for example, if push for close, I would say maybe it's at 75%. I'm going to hit 75% here. Allow editing option. You can choose whether the opportunity once in this particular status can be edited or not. Or say, for example, only admin can edit this. All right. And lastly, obsolete. If you no longer need a status, you can choose to mark this as obsolete. Okay, once you're happy with the amendment, oops. Say once you're happy with the amendment, you can just close. You can just click away from this side panel actually, like what I just did, and it'll be saved automatically. All right. Now all we need to do is to add this opportunity status into our opportunity pipeline. All right, to go back to the opportunity pipeline setting option, simply close the configure opportunity status window here at the top right hand corner. Okay. So I'm going to go to our repeat jam sale here, right? The one that we've just created. And I can include some of statuses here. All right, I'm going to select, say, for example, meeting completed, follow-up contact, push for close, and I'm going to update. Now that they've been added into the opportunity pipeline, you can actually also drag and drop these statuses. Say, for example, I can just drag and drop here into the desired sequence. And finally, in your closing sequences, your closing statuses as well, click on the plus icon and select the status that is applicable. Say, for example, cancel, date, lost, update, and you're all set, right? So you have your statuses, you also have your closing statuses. And again, you can configure this to your liking. All right. Just need to click X here, and you're all set. All right. You've now created opportunity statuses and added this into the new opportunity pipeline. Customer-facing teams can now, say, use this when managing a sales opportunity. Okay. So for the last topic of today's agenda, we're going to see how we can use dashboards to spot sales opportunity. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go to our dashboard page at the top left-hand corner again. Okay. So you're going to go to the account manager dashboard, and here you can go through missing orders and customer trend, right? That can be used in conjunction with each other, because generally if you're looking and you've got a declining customer who are also missing orders, then that's a really easy place to spot. I need to reach out to this customer because you're missing an order, and you know you're not spending and you know they're not spending with you a lot. You might also want to go through the sales rep dashboard here. And here you can have more data on the pipelines that you just created. This is so that you can see, say for example here, currently I've got this much amount of money in this status. This also helps to make sure you're prioritizing, say for example, which codes you're working on, because obviously you would like to prioritize statuses that are close to getting done, right? You would like to process that faster or put more attention to it. Okay. So yeah, so pretty much this is what I'm sharing here today. Obviously, we have much more in-depth guide that we have in our articles, in our documents as well. We can have access to that here. We have our academy here, right? And also more resources that you can read up, and we have a step-by-step guide as well. So moving back to our slides. Okay. Remembering the three key benefits that we've discussed that you'll be able to implement immediately to make a significant impact on your CRM data. I honestly hope you found this very, very short sharing session valuable to you, and you can use this in your sales processes moving forward. Okay. And now we'll move towards the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please leave them into the chat. If I don't have the answer to that right now, be sure to reach out to our support consultant and technical consultants and follow up with you right after this session. So let's see if we have any questions. I have a question here. When dealing with phone calls, do they have to be recorded as opportunities, or we can have tasks that can go to opportunity? Yeah. So usually what I would do, so say for example, you had this phone call with your client, I would log that in as an activity, right? So oftentimes we will create, say for example, what we see most of our customers do is they will create an opportunity under, say for example, account management. And if there's phone calls, they will log it as a task here. Let me just show it as an example. Just give me a moment. So say Mary again. Okay, so what most of our clients do is first to create an opportunity, say account management. This is what we find most helpful. All right, and usually we'll create an account management pipeline as well. It's not here. Maybe I can configure it quickly. This is our test demo, so we don't have that right now. But usually we can create an account management opportunity, and under the activity, say for example, take this as an opportunity, account management opportunity. Oh, this is a code actually. So sorry for that. Um, because this is a demo account, everything that we've created has been a code. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, for example, right, if let's say this is an account management opportunity, you can log in the calls here. So that will be easier for everybody to see. Even those who are not assigned to this task will be able to see, oh, how many calls have been made, so on and so forth. Okay, hope that answers your question. Let me see if we have any other questions. How can you change needs engagement if you have made in contact with a customer? Okay, so oftentimes when so that's automated. So if you made a contact with a customer and if an activity is been logged, right, then the customer will no longer be in needs engagement. Okay, oops. So that's automated. How can you change pipeline on an existing code? All right. Andrew, let me just send you over a step-by-step guide after this webinar so that you can change the pipeline on the existing code. All right, I'll reach out to you via email right after this. Okay, so looks like we've answered most of the Q&A or all of our Q&A that we have right now. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us and we will be able to guide you through the process. Or alternatively, again, to most of you who, I guess most of you already know this, if you go to the bottom right-hand corner, there's a chat function and you can ask a question and you'll be answered by Finn, our AI bot. But if you would like to speak to a live consultant, you just need to simply type speak to a consultant and you hit that. It will route you to our support consultant who will be able to guide you through the step-by-step process of any inquiry that you have or any issues that you have. Okay. With that, do not forget to look for future webinars using this website. And I hope that everybody here have a good day ahead.